Well, hello and welcome to the Chief Multi-Ad stream. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you being here. I've been out for a little while, working on some code, trying to get things kind of set up and get my sleep schedule all fixed. It takes about a month. But yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Trying to get the old back into the swing of things as it is. Turn off a few things. There we go. I think I almost remember how to do this. Time for a haircut. That's all right. All right. What are we doing today? This evening, actually. Hoping to do some more coding on Dungeons of Treptera. Took a small break from that and created a game called Virus Blaster that was more of a MonoGame project, and took an old idea I had a long time ago, and it's real simple. It's like Space Invaders, except microbes fall down from the sky and you got to protect your cells. And it's on HIO. I got a link on my page if you're interested. Free or donation if you wish. And it's an alpha stage. Basically, I have to work on the levels. It's a continuously getting harder type of game until you lose, essentially. Kind of like the old Space Invaders. So yeah. Hopefully the mic levels and everything is set well. Maybe turn up the music a little bit. According to the green bar output. All right. So what am I doing today? Yeah. Also maybe play the game a little bit, kind of show what's going on. See if it compiles, of course. Ooh, slightly transparent. Work on that later. Alright, so this is in MonoGame. I'm going to get the other gate source turned off. And start screen. So this is use your basic game controller. So D-pad and your buttons on the right. Go through like this. And then we have the bustling town of Treptera, basically the welcome center. Text kind of describes the game a little bit. With that, if you hit X or A actually. And you could use your D-pad up and down to scroll. A little bit of a storyline here. You need to probably proofread it a little bit more, but maybe add just a little bit more text to it. But just kind of an overall, hey, this is the game. You're in a town. You belong to a guild. Actually, you're the guild master. That's your job to hire on adventurers. Now, recruit adventurers. And then go into the dungeon and destroy enemies, find loot, repeat and rinse and repeat. Good old dungeon crawl RPG. We have the Adventurer's Guide Success Center. Essentially, I have this more of a paginated look. You could also scroll if you wish to by holding down the scroll. There's a lot more information on this. This basically describes the game, the general stats, what they mean. We have weapons and armor you gotta acquire. Each of your characters have an ability. And the iconic roles, you can have like 4 basic, and not necessarily basic as in not capable, but they're very solidly your traditional type of RPG character. So you can have like your fighter, Cleric for healing, Mage for firepower, Thief for skullduggery, and such. The advanced roles, either as you play the game, acquire, like if you acquire an artifact, you will acquire artifacts, and of such, you will gain the interest of sages, and then now you'll be able to recruit a sage into your party. And wizards then are, and then so forth. So wizards will be more of your enchanter, using of words to cause things to happen. A minstrel is kind of your bard-ish. Your ninja for extra stealth, extra damage, extra special attacks. Paladins to deal with exceedingly evil creatures. And then your wilder, which is kind of a combination of ranger and barbarian. Kind of like a druid-ish. Yeah. Those are main characters. This kind of describes that. I probably should have a little page in there that says, hey, your D-pad moves around and things like that. But it's your standard game controller, so I'm trying to use your normal keys, bindings for that. Guild Hall is where you're going to go and recruit. I've just got the beginning menus. I need to create all the sub-menus with that. And with that, we have party management, recruit for adventurers, train. I can move over. I need to actually, when I scroll down, I've hit right. I should go to dismiss, but you have to be parallel to it. So yeah, basically party management. Add people to your party, remove people from your party, change your name, change the order of your characters in your party, create another party. Recruit adventurers allows you to go into the process of bringing in more adventurers. They are recruits at that point, and that's where you'll be able to train them. And basically training is re-rolling your stats, essentially. So yeah, train and reevaluate. You train them. Once you train them, they're locked in, become members of the guild, and with that you can either decide to train more or evaluate current members and either remove them from the guild if you wish to do so. And then, well, dismiss would remove them from the guild, of course. Yeah, but I need to make those. And that's basically, might get to some of those today. We'll see. Got the boar's snout. Basically, it's resting, food, and quests and such here. So with here, you're going to be able to rest and recover. Food and drink, for example. Now with the food and drink, what's going to happen is it's going to give you secret stats, essentially. Some things will give you more strength, some things will give you more magic potency, luck, different things like that. And of course, we have some test items in here, which are very, very nasty. So how's that so? Well, you got for your fresh. The way this works is you click on the menu, you select who's going to do what, and let's say he's going to have some cold water. It tells you Dreknar has enjoyed some fresh conjured cold water. Good. And then now if you were to pick some dubious slime and say Dreknar ate that, Dreknar is visibly upset from the dubious slime. Oh yeah, because it took basically reduced him down to 1% of his health. Oops. Oh no. Food poisoning at the old boar snout. Not so good. Right, well, let's head back to the resting and recovery stage of things. So basically you get to choose how long you're going to stay, how much gold you're going to pay, and you have various levels of health that it comes back to you, essentially. So in this case, let's go for a day, and Dreknar is going to stay, and He's getting a little bit of health back. She already had all of her mana. Let's go for a week. Heavy poisoning has occurred. There we go. So yeah, basically to test some functionality there. And the jobs requests, I don't have anything there yet, but I'll be adding those later. Well, the next thing up is March Weapons and Armor Services. That's where you're going to buy your weapons, buy your basic weapons and such. As you explore the dungeon, you're going to gather some special materials, and you can then sell those back. Then unlocks, basically allows Bard to create more powerful weapons for you to then go deeper into the dungeon, essentially. With that, you're going to pick. Now, trading is not quite done yet, but trading is going to help you with selling back weapons or things that you find in the dungeon. So, yeah, you go to weapons. You're going to pick what weapon you want. And then you get to pick who buys it. Now, what I do need to add is some more feedback as to, hey, flail. You know, your mages can't use flails, or they're very bad at using flails, for example. So you put something like that together. But yeah, this says what you currently have equipped, and in your inventory, what's currently in your inventory. And when you purchase it, it'll say, yeah, Sliverleaf does not have the funds to purchase a flail. But yeah, we only have 9 gold to remain because we poisoned ourselves at the restaurant. Yeah. So let's go for something cheap, maybe. Blowgun. Cheap? Well, I know it's cheap. The rusty sword is free. In case you're in dire straits and you have no gold, you can get a rusty sword. And purchase a rusty sword for Treptera. Yeah, that's got to initiate the actual final transaction to take the gold away and give you the item. Same thing for armor. I can pick some breastplate. Breastplate is for serious protection of your torso, and you select who's going to get the breastplate. Of course, they're funless. All right, let's go with scale mail. Scale mail, medium armor, 14. Dragons have scales. Now, you can too. Most likely not as effective as dragon scales. No, really. But it does help some. And once again, you can basically pick. So I got flavored text for all the weapons. Try to be tongue-in-cheek a little bit, you know, kind of fun. Great club. Generic, rather larger version of the standard club. You go to club, standard issue, not into dancing. Aerodynamic long pointy stick, wobble slightly, but hits the mark. Little examples like that. Recently been working on the spell system here. With the spells, we're attempting to go in, and I have one of the palm of the hand to say stop. Maybe somewhat modeled off my hand, I don't know. So these are fighters. They don't have any use for magic. Bob is a cleric, so he does. So does the mage, Belinda. Silk is a thief, so nope. And then Roxy. Currently it's showing how many spells they can cast in the level between, I'm going to point at the screen, which you can't see, of course. The levels between 1, here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I think I'm going to replace that with either how many spells they know, or how many more spells they could know, for example. If I hit Bob, and then there's all the spells. I'm in the process of explaining what the spell does, maybe give a little bit of a damage output on the end. And one thing I don't have in the spell definitions is like a description, and I'll need to go ahead and go through all the spells, add that capability, so that when you do view the spell, it will get a little more of a description of what it does in words. This is more of what it does in the game engine, armor. This applies armor, this applies healing, harming, is a status effect, and so forth. The spells in the game are data-driven, the engine that works behind it, so that you could use configuration files or basically data entries to completely change how your spells will work, and how many of them you have, and who can cast them. And of course, anytime you add a new spell, you got to rebalance the entire game. And then remastering spells. When you learn a spell, you learn of it, but you don't necessarily master it. You get your character has to check to see if it can, if the character can learn a spell, master it. If not, you don't have to repurchase the spell, but you do have to study. Now, two ways it happen: pay a little bit of gold for a crash course in learning the spell here at the Arcadia Incorporated, or you will just randomly, from sleeping and doing your daily work, that the character will go, "Oh, I got it," have an epiphany moment, and now they could use a spell. Same sort of interface, borrowed. And then, right now I don't have anything happen, but basically you get a chance to relearn it and spend more gold. Root. Essentially designed for consumable items in the game, essentially. Potions, salves, vials. And I need to add a few more things on the other side of it for your other characters. Potions, everyone can drink potions. They're generally healing. And some of them are for protections and cures, for example. Salves can be used by clerics. Vials can only be used by mages. Salves, you'll apply a specific kind of ointment onto a wound or onto a weapon or something. Basically, administers a magic effect on the target, and it can only happen against a target, not the cleric itself. And same thing for vials. I did have the ability. The game didn't care. You could, if you wanted to, drop a vial at the party's feet and engulf everybody into flames. Most party members disagreed with that type of operation and made sure that the mage would stop doing that. So yeah, vials are tossed at your enemies. Either they'll affect all the enemies or a group of enemies. And almost last, we're going to have the Celestial Curios, and Soul Emporium. Water. So basically, this is how do you get your characters back when they expire. Along with part of the game mechanic is that you get to donate money or give patronage to the temple, and that then gives them a reason to help you out. So, cures are to remove maladies from your character that if you don't have a spell for or don't have a cure for it, you can remove them here. And of course, resurrection. I think I'm going to call this real life. But basically, that brings your characters back. There's a chance that they don't come back, but that's how they work. Yeah. Essentially, you can go into the dungeon. Alright. Yep. Use your D-pad on your controller, and yeah, you just move through dungeon. And basically I get to simulate an attack. I'm just kind of working on the attack section of the game. So say you bust this door like this. Then attack. But in different music. Right, one group of slimes. Hit X, start it. Right now, Treptera is set to parry. Hit X, or A, I'm sorry. And let's say I want him to fight. Natasha to fight. Bob. Fight. Belinda, we'll just have them parry. Silk. Do the special attack. Shadow attack. And right now, Roxy is already set to parry. So, ideally now, what I would do is, after the last selection of the last character in the party, it would move over to a attack icon, which I need to add, and that initiates the battle. Now in this particular case, I'll just hit X, and battle happened, and this is all that happened. Read top down. Silk went into shadows. White slimes, slime clobbers once and harms Roxy for 4. Or mages parried. Silk's rapier hits twice, and 17 of that was vital damage because it was hidden. And Natasha's sword slices twice for 18. She fumbled. She could have attacked more, but she fumbled one of the attacks. And looks like we have some white slime that have received mortal wounds. So we'll hit A. Right, we're done. If I hit E again, well, now we have yellow slimes. Right, fight. Bob will do a spell. Let's do a less, I'm gonna back out 1, go to 2. Let's do a minor heal on Roxy. Belinda will do a firebolt against the yellow slimes. So we'll do his normal shadow attack. And Roxy will just go ahead and parry. Right, just bat. Alright. Treptera short sword. It's for 8. That was kind of lackluster. Silk's rapier twice for 40 damage. 21 vital. Dash's short sword does 3 times for 819. Casts a firebolt. One of them has been affected by firebolt. And burns for 2. Bob successfully cast a minor heal on Roxy. The slime misses Roxy, and slime no longer none. That's a defect in the game. Basically, I believe I'm having that slime is either dead and can't do anything, and it needs to not go through the battle sequences. Alright, and we have 1 left. I'll just do the same thing again. Well, what happens now is Treptera is fighting. Bob is set up to do another spell. Instead, I'm going to have him fight. Linda, I'll just have him fight. Silk, fight. Roxy will fight. Right. A tough yellow slime. Took more attacks. And there we go. Yeah. Now I have no way of escaping out of this battle simulation, so I'll have to stop and start the game again. A little tuning of the blue screen. Alrighty. Get all situated here. Alrighty. Doing some self-promotion here a little bit. Yeah. Alright. Code. What are we trying to do today? Let's say some code first. Kind of separated out some of these operations into functions. Kind of encapsulate what's going on just a little bit. Setting a little bit. Tunnel. There we go. Blast your eardrums out. No, I don't want to do that. a few things here. Basically kind of filling out the menus. Well, it's really smart. I'd convert this into an interface and implement the interface so that I can use the same type of objects. which I might do. So what would that look like? Well, let's jump over to the definition, which is a record. I think you can use interfaces and records. Let's find out. Okay, so are these all the same structure? Key description. Public interface. Gnarled consumables. Okay, and if I were to say something like public string key, public string. Holst. Is that gonna cover? They'll have levels. Alright. Levels is what? Okay. Public. Levels. Level. Alright. Moment of truth. Let's find out. Hey, let's do this. I gnarled. Does not implement. You know what? Maybe if I did this, it would. Yes. Well, it is supposed to be immutable, so doing that would be what you should do. Right, we got that. Let's do a quick comparison. No. What are you doing? Notice I'm not using AI. Keep it. Okay, so these are. What's your problem? Oh, of course. Okay. Rename. Keep. Nice. Technically, public town. What was the function I normally get? Some variation of game town something. Okay. Nope. Yep. Should probably have that. Okay, fine. Can you do that? I don't know what happened. think you could do this, but I'm gonna try it. Really? Excuse me. Interesting that that works. Really should have done this with everything, really. Nice. All right. Go back to graphics. Maybe. Gnarled consumable selected. Let's have it. Let's make it longer. Longer. Right. There we go. Huh. What would happen if it did? You can. I do believe you can do this. This is going to be cool. Why would I do that? Why would I want to do this? Each record defines a specific implementation of the gnarled consumable, which it would then, it's using the static list of potions, which was not what we should do here. Like so. Oh. Does not. You mean it does not? Of course it does. No. Did something like this. Potions. What kind of garbage is this? What are you doing? This is not right. This is an abuse of everything. What does this code say? What are you doing? I think that would work. Interesting. Let's do this. Potions. Why can't it be? And this violates the interface. See. Wait a second. Setting member does not have most specific implementation. Meaner. Mean. It's almost as if the interface has to implement its own thing, but as an interface, you can't do it. I think technically, I forgot how to do this. Oh. I don't think it's supported primary. Yeah, it doesn't.